Hello, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss 7.3 question number 3. Yesterday we already discussed our first two questions of 7.3. So first we have to remember there are some properties of congruent triangle. Everyone know what is. There are the 5 properties of congruent triangle. First is side angle side, side angle side, angle side angle. Fourth is angle angle side, and fifth is RHS. These are the 5 property of a, if you want to prove that two triangles are congruent. These are very important. Always you should remember it. So question number 3. What is? Two sides AB and BC and median AM. Median. So first we should know what is a median in a triangle. Okay. So first I note down what is median. You write. Do you know what is median? We already discussed. There is a 2 or 3 types of median. One in geometry we will use in a triangle, and one we find in statistics also we use find the mean, mode, median. So median in a triangle. What is a median in a triangle? So what is a median? A median in a triangle. In a triangle is a. So what is? Always how will you find median? From a vertex. A line is joining from a vertex to the, from a median is a line segment, line, it is a line segment which is join a vertex, it is vertex, what are vertex? A, B, C are vertex, which is join vertex to the midpoint, it is always midpoint of opposite side. What is midpoint of opposite side? So right, a median in a triangle is a line segment, is a line segment which joins a vertex, which join a vertex to a midpoint. It is midpoint and midpoint. Whose midpoint? Vertex to a midpoint whose opposite. What is the opposite side of A? BC. Opposite side of B? AC. Opposite of C? AB. So midpoint of opposite side. Opposite side. Understand it? Same as it is. If you want to draw a median of B. So median mean from a line from vertex to the opposite side of midpoint. Always midpoint. Sorry, it is not midpoint. Join from the midpoint. Understand? And here is also from midpoint. Join from vertex to the midpoint. So it means in a triangle, how many median? There is 3 median. A, B, C, D, E, F. A line, AD line, BE and CF are median. So right, in each triangle has 3 medians. 3 medians. Do you understand it? Understand or not? And always one more thing is remember. What is the name of this point? It is the intersection point of whose? Median. So median, intersection point of median, what we called? Centroid. Always remember. If anyone asks you what is centroid? Centroid means where all the medians are meet each other. Otherwise you can say that intersection point of median. The intersection point of median is called centroid. We will use this property in 10th class also, and some in 9th class also. What is centroid? Centroid mean intersection point of medians. Understand? And what is median? Median is a line from a vertex to the midpoint of opposite. Midpoint it means this one. BD equal to BC, EC equal to AE, AF equal to BF. All three are equal to. Understand? So it is the median. So we should remember what is median. Then we will start the now third question. Note down it. So what is two sides AB and BC and median AM of the triangle ABC. Here is two triangle given. Triangle ABC and one more triangle is given. Second triangle is PQR. PQR. And what is given? Two sides AB, AC, AB, AC and median AM. If AM is median, it means M is midpoint of BC. BM equal to MC. Same as it is, and its median PN. When the question is given, two side AB, AC, AB, BC and median AM of one triangle ABC are respectively equal to AB, AC, AB, BC and AM is equal to respectively mean AB equal to PQ and median AM equal to PN and BC side equal to QR. So that the first part, prove that triangles ABM congruent to triangle PQN. So it means ABM this triangle and it is PQN. So always, so it's proof. So always we will write given. What is given? AB equal to PQ. Yes. AM equal to PN. And third one is BC equal to QR. These are already given. Now we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. And if you want to prove two triangles are congruent, there are the 5 properties. And even we will use. In ABM, in this triangle and in this triangle, we observe AB equal to PQ, that's side. AM equal to PN is also side. Now third one, which one is equal? Two already we find. Side. So it means either two side we already know, either we know one side they are congruent, or two side we know and include angle if we show that equal, then they are congruent. But this side, angle, this angle and this angle we don't know they are equal or not, because in the question they are not given. So we cannot use side, angle, side. Angle, side, but two side we already proved that. So now which one? It means this proof we will do. But AB equal to PQ, AM equal to PN. So BM equal to QN. Can you say that? How will we do it? Look at. So write in triangle the proof. Always what we want to prove that we will take these two triangles. So write in triangle ABM and which one triangle? Triangle PQN. Understand it? So it means first is AB equal to PQ. Why they are equal? Already given in question. Next is AM equal to PN. It is also equal given. Now only one is remain, either one angle or one side. But we know, everyone know, it's no. BC equal to QR. Everyone know it is BC. It is QR. And M is here, midpoint. Here is midpoint N. And we know, suppose BC is 8. So QR is also 8 because BC equal to QR. If BC is 8, so QR is also 8. And we know M is midpoint. Midpoint means 4. 4. It is also 4. 4. It means BM also equal to, BM is also equal to QN also. Yes? Understand or not? So we will write. How will we write? Look at BM. You can write M is M and N are midpoint. Are midpoint of BC and QR. They are the midpoint. So now we will write. So it means if they are midpoint, so it means BM equal to half of BC or not? Yes. If M is midpoint, it means BM is half of BC, same as it is. QN equal to half of QR. Yes. But BC, we know BC equal to QR. BC and QR we already know. BM is also half of BC. If BC is 8, so it is 4. And BC equal to QR. It is also 8. And 1 by 2 into 8, 4. So it means, so therefore BM equal to also QN. It means BM equal to QN. It means AB equal to PQ, AM equal to PN, BM equal to QN. It means all three sides are equal. And if all three sides are equal, it means triangle are congruent. So right, triangle, which one? ABM congruent to triangle PQN by side congruency rule. Understand it? Equation number 1. So it is the equation number 1. It is very simple. We use the medians. In every question, whatever is given, if it is median given, altitude given, so we will use them. Understand it? What is median? Divide into 2 equal parts. BM equal to QN. Understand it? So BM, AB equal to PQ already given, AM equal to this one, and BM equal to QN we proved. It is the congruent. It's first part. Now we will do second part. So second part, prove that second part to prove triangle ABC congruent to PQR. Yes, we want to prove that triangle ABC congruent to PQR. ABC, yes, and PQ. If you want to prove these two triangles are congruent, AB equal to PQ and BC equal to QR is also already given in question. Yes, so it means two sides we already know equal. We have to prove only one side or one angle, because side is also triangle may be congruent, maybe side, maybe side angle side. But so always what I told you, always we will use first part in second part. Now always use of the corresponding parts. Yes, we know, everyone know, it is M, it is N, and we already proved that ABM and PQN are congruent, and if they are congruent, then corresponding parts equal. Corresponding parts mean all three sides are equal. Yes, AB equal to this one equal to this one, and this is common, and three more corresponding parts. Three are angles, and corresponding parts is also equal. So you can write. So first, so by CPCT, it means angle B equal to in ABM and PQN. Angle B equal to Q. B is middle, Q is equal. So it means angle ABM equal to angle PQNY by CPCT. So it means this one angle equal to this one. So side angle side. Look at angle A equal to angle P, angle B equal to angle Q, angle M equal to N. If you already proved that if triangles are congruent, then corresponding parts always equal. Angle A equal to angle P, angle B equal to Q, angle M equal to N. So it means you can write to proof in triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Understand? In triangle ABC and PQR. So triangle in ABC, AB equal to PQ given. Next is angle ABM equal to angle PQN by equation 1. Yes, this angle equal to. Third one is BC equal to QR. It is also given. And if it is given, so it means both triangles are congruent by side angle side. So therefore triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR by side angle side congruency rule. Understand it? It's very simple also. If only you have to focus on the question, what the examiner is asked. Understand? Next is question number 5. 4 we will do after this one. First we will do 5. Now understand what is median. Median is a line which is joined from vertex to the midpoint, and all the medians where meet each other, what we called? It is called centroid. Understand? So question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equal to AC. ABC isosceles triangle, AB equal to AC, and draw a perpendicular AB to show that angle B equal to angle C. Yes, now we will say that, sir, we already know this to prove. This one proof we know. If two sides are equal in two triangles, then opposite angles are always equal. So it is the proof of these theorems. If two sides are equal in any triangle, then why opposite angles are equal? I told you why. I directly told you, only you have to remember this one. But now we will do its proof. If two sides are equal, then opposite angle are equal, and opposite of this one same as it is. If two angles are equal, then opposite side is also equal. Direct we can use this theorems. Otherwise we will do how we look at. Draw a perpendicular at BC. Perpendicular mean 90 degree. To write, to prove angle B equal to angle C, and tell me angle B is this one and angle C is this one, and we know angle B and angle C are in two different triangles, and if in any two different triangle you want to prove that two sides are equal, two angles are equal, so we should prove that triangles are congruent, because if triangles are congruent, then corresponding parts always equal. Understand? So start it. Given what is AB equal to AC and AP perpendicular BC. So it's proof. What is? So take two triangles. We want to prove that angle B equal to angle C. So we will take two triangles in which angle B and C. Right? Triangle ABP and triangle APC. So now AB equal to AC already given. AB equal to AC given. Next is which one? Yes, it is 90. It is also 90. So angle APB equal to angle APC. It is also given because perpendicular. Next is AP is common. AP equal to AP. So therefore triangle ABP congruent to ACP. Always remember, देखो B P90. Here is also AP. P is 90. Last angle A, angle B, and angle C. Understand it? Because AB first equal to AC first too. AP first and last. Here is also. By which rule? Who will tell me by which rule? Side, angle, side? No. Side, it is angle. And which one? Side. No. Because if it is side, angle, side means side, angle, and side. But which one angle? This one. So it means which one rule we can use? So 1, 2 is side, and angle. It means this rule we cannot use. Side, angle, side, no angle. Side, angle, but side, angle is, it is not. Next is angle, side, we cannot use. So which mean which one? RHS, because R mean right angle, it is right angle. H mean hypotenuse. Hypotenuse mean opposite of 90 degree. Yes, it is opposite of 90. It is also opposite of 90. Both are hypotenuse. And S means side. Side is AP. So right by RHS rule. Understand? And but we don't. What we want to prove that? But we want to angle B equal to angle C. And we know if these two triangles are congruent and corresponding part equal, it means angle A equal to angle A, angle B equal to angle C, and angle P equal to P. So therefore you can write angle ABP equal to angle ACP by CPCT. Understand it? This result is very important. We will use this result in 10th class. Directly we will use in 10th class. Directly. What? If two sides are equal in any two triangle, because already given in question, two sides are equal. Then in last what we proved that angle B equal to angle C. Angle B is opposite of this side and angle C opposite of this. If two sides are equal, then opposite angle always equal in a triangle. Always remember this one. And second is, if two angles are equal, then opposite side is also equal. Always we have to remember, if sides are equal, then opposite angle are equal. If angles are equal, then opposite side are equal. And this rule is used in a single triangle because these two sides are equal in a single triangle. This means opposite side are equal. You cannot take like this one. If two triangles are given, one is this one and one is this one. This side equal to this one. It means opposite of this angle and opposite of this, these are angle. No, they are never become equal. Understand? First we should have to prove congruent. If two triangle given, first we should prove congruent. If single triangle, if in a single triangle two sides are given, then you can say that they are equal. Understand? And one more thing, always remember. What? From here, when we draw a perpendicular in the question, it is perpendicular, everyone know, and we know this triangle and this triangle is already we proved that congruent, and congruent means corresponding parts are equal. AB equal to AC, AP is common. Third side in these two triangles, which one is remain? BP and PC, and BP equal to PC is also equal by CPCT. CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangle always equal. BP last two equal to CP or PC. So it's mean BP equal to PC. It's also proof. Always remember what is, if in any if in any triangle, if in any isosceles triangle, if a triangle is isosceles and if we draw a perpendicular from the, if we draw a perpendicular from the vertex of the two common side, two equal side, vertex of equal side, then this perpendicular always divide this line in two equal parts. What is 90 degree? If angle is, if we draw perpendicular in which one triangle, not all triangle, only in isosceles and equilateral. Understand it? So we finish it. So everyone do some homework also yourself. Example number, it is your homework. You also do this question in your notebook. Example number 7 and example number 8 also do you in your notebook. Everyone understand it? Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.